overreact at times.
You got to remember that everything is going to get blown out of proportion in the first week. Give it some time, let it breathe before everyone jumps to conclusions.
Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Davis Bertans, and it's Petrushev in at the 4. Here's Motley, and he goes in for the dunk.
While he's a bit undersized for a 4, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
Here's Petrushev. Misses the 3. Here's Blakeney. Pass to Micic. Six to shoot. The rebound by Kabengele. And just about a minute into this first quarter. To the paint. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. Micic, no good. Gone 2 of 3 from the floor. And the pass goes out of bounds. They'll turn it over.
Yeah, just couldn't make the connection, but you appreciate their attempt at moving the ball.
Gone 1 for 3 so far. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Pass to Blakeney. Three-pointer. Sinks it from distance.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Musa. The 3 ball. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Blakeney. Out to the wing. Bryant outside. Launches a 3. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. Gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. To the middle. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride and makes it look easy.
This one for 3. He buries it from 3.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's the pick. To the inside, Petrushev. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And if you try to block his shot, you risk getting posterized because he is good at using that height to his advantage. I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Here's Kabengele, and he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
And here's Bryant outside. The rebound by Kabengele. Kabengele's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Shot's good by Petrushev.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And 1:01 left in the first quarter. Pass to Blakeney. They grab their own miss. Now, since we have this break, here are the teams with the most points off turnovers last season.
It seemed like almost every time they forced an error, they converted on it. Not just winning turnovers, but taking them to the bank.
There's a screen. High arcing shot. Musa, good. Musa's got 5.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. To the wing, right side. Blakeney can't hit. Gone an impressive 8 of 9. Pass to Kabengele. Here's Petrushev. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
It also allows them to play inside out, which will make them even more difficult to defend.
The first quarter Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
They've got Davis Bertans, and it's Kabengele in at the 5. Here's Musa. Inside, Petrushev. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And I think it's time to put multiple bodies on him.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And Grant, when it comes to a franchise player, how much does it help to have a guy who unites the locker room?
Well, you know, B.A., when you think of guys like LeBron James or a Stephen Curry or Tim Duncan, it's not just about their play on the court, but the type of person you see in the locker room. That can rally a franchise.
For the finish, and the big dunk at the end of the break.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Here's Blakeney. He's got 6. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. Blakeney's got 8 points.
And how do you guard this? It's hard to stop the turnaround J when it's done like that.
Here's Petrushev. From outside, off the mark. Gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Here's Micic. That 3's off the mark.
It's just so hard to score in this league, especially when you're out of rhythm. You got to feel for him tonight.
Count it.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Pass to Modley. Here's Micic. Shot clock at 5. The rebound by Kabengele. Kabengele's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Drives to the hoop.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
Down low. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted this crowd.
They've played fantastic ball, and you can feel the hush that's come over this crowd.
Here's Blakeney. Give him 8 points now. Lets it go. The rebound by Kabengele. Kabengele's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Left side, Bertans. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Petrushev. And Motley pulls it down. Shooting only 25% from the floor. Not great. There's the 3. The rebound by Kabengele. Kabengele's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Right wing. Three-pointer. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
If you're not right up there on him, oh, he's going to make you pay.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here's Bryant. And he drops it in from the low post. Bryant's got his second bucket of the night.
What I want to know is, where is the rim protection? That was just too easy.
They set the screen. The three is up. Over to the wing. Bertans for three. On target from range.
And you have to appreciate the heart they've shown on the offensive boards this quarter.
Driving inside. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
The first one falls. And so he makes both from the line. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Musa, covered by Bryant. To the inside. With the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He has 7.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Here's Micic. No good from outside.
I mean, he's yet to make a shot this quarter. At some point, you got to look for other ways to impact the game.
Musa, no good. Bryant outside. Takes a three. And he can't get that one. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Delivering the blowout. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And swerving off topic for a moment.
Competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Shooting a rough 25% from the field in this game. And it's Blakeney in at the small forward position. Pass to Micic. The three. The rebound by Kabengele.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
They've got Davis Bertans. And it's Kabengele in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Launches it. Petrushev, no good. And it's Bryant in at the 2. Inside. Here's Motley. And that one is hammered home.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. They've got Davis Bertans. And it's Kabengele in at the center position. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. And he knocks down the first one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. And it's Micic in at the point. To the right side. Here's Motley. No good with the triple. One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play.
They've got Davis Bertans. And it's Musa in at the 2. That one goes. Count it.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Here's Motley. 4-3. Out of bounds. Shooting has been incredible, 72%. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, BA. Well, the NBA has style. Commissioner Adam Silver said this is a unique league. It's also a lifestyle brand. There's a strong association with music, fashion, culture, and also art. And the way to grow the sport is to appeal beyond those who are hardcore basketball fans. That's where our success has come. Guys?
Yeah, but we sure love those die-hard fans. Thank you, Allie.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Out to the right wing. The shot. He's got it. 6 of 10 now.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
To end the run. The rebound by Cabangeli. Cabangeli's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Here's Musa. Good. Musa's got 9.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Out left to the wing. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Takes a turnaround, Jay. Blakeney can't hit.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
Here's Musa. Here's Cabangeli. Out to the right wing. Here's Petrushev. Nails it from 3. Petrosev's got 5 points now this quarter.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
And Micic gets it to go.
No settling for an outside shot there. They went right to the hoop.
And we've got 1:18 left in the third quarter of the game.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Gotten just 25% of their shots to fall since the half. 2 for 8. Up top, Bryant. He's got 5. Here's Micic. Beyond the arc. And Musa pulls it down.
They are losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
There's 38 seconds left in the third. Puts one up from 19. Connects. The jumper drops. He's got 13.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, I credit some of that to their communication out on the floor. They are attacking as a unit.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
They set the pick. To the middle. Here's Cabangeli. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense.
And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. Delivering the blowout. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And it's a Turu in at the 5, roaming the paint. And Motley gets it to go.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Oh, yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Micic. Off the mark there with a 3.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
Over to the wing. Pass to Petrushev. Jacks up a 3. Cabangeli. And Bryant pulls it down. Gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Here's Motley. And Richard, for those vets who haven't won a ring yet, how hard is it to take less money to join a contender?
It is not hard, and contenders typically count on that because once you've made the money, if you've made it that far in your career, if there's one thing left that you want to accomplish, that's win a ring.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Pass to Bertans. It's good from about 19 feet.
Their success from mid-range has really set them apart today.
Gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Here's Micic. Looking to get it going. Up and in on the layup. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Nice move. Musa, good.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. To the paint. And he jams it home with authority.
He put some rage into that one, B.A.
You're telling me. Gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Inside. Here we go. Blakeney's shot's good.
Well, when you're careless with the ball, that's what happens. It ends up going the other direction.
And there's no defense for that. Live ball turnovers, they are the worst.
Drills it from deep.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from 3-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
There's a minute 59 left in the game. To the wing, right side. Here's the 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Bertans has got 8 here in this quarter.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
Micic, no good. Gone 7 of 14 from the perimeter in this one. From deep. Doesn't go that time. Gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Richard, the league taking some steps to prevent flopping. What's the criteria for what crosses the line?
It's called STEM. It's an acronym for secondary, theatrical, exaggerated movements. Yes, that's a real term. It's kind of a limited definition, and it basically says, don't be an idiot.
Pass to Bertans. Here's Musa, covered by Bryant. There's a screen. Here's Petrushev. Sinks that one from the post. Petrosev's got 20 points.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed. The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their heads.
The shot by Bertans, no good. Here's Blakeney. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go. Pass to Cabangeli. Here's Musa, covered by Bryant. Here's Musa. Out to the right wing. Lets a floater go. Shot's good by Petrushev.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Oh, road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
Bryant. Top of the key jumper, no good. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd
Games coaches sometimes identify as turning point games, right?
You are so right, Kev, because listen, teams continue to define themselves in terms of who they are and how they win. So performing well at this point of the season really ends up having a...
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action.
The previous play is under review.
Time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
Been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
And so Grant will bring it up for Athens. Now, here's Nunn. Defense right on him. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And the first one drops. And so Nunn nails both of them.
Well, this guy's so crafty. Once he catches the defender a little bit out of position, it's a very good bet he's going to get some free throws.
Here's Musa. He's covered by Grant.
When you can get off the floor like that, that wipes away any height advantage.
Here's Nunn. His three-pointers off the mark. Here's Musa. And Fareed comes to help. Pass to Petrushev. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Osman. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Gotten their first three shots to go in for him to start off this game. Here's Kabengele. Can't hit from in close. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Fareed, a screen on Bertans. Doesn't go that time. Pass to Petrushev. Here's Kabengele. Fareed defending. Slammed home, and they call the foul. He's headed to the stripe for one more.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
Athens has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Here's Grant. No good, unable to end this run.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Here's Petrushev. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Fareed. And Fareed throws it down.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. To the paint. Kenneth Fareed pulls it in. Athens trails by 6. Here's Grant. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Aggressive move in the painted area just makes some things happen.
And there's 1:45 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Musa. Stolen by Grant. And now Athens on the break. A floater. Gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Here's Kabengele. Here's Musa. And not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. For Athens, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. Osman gets the three-pointer to fall.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
There's a good screen. Musa passes to Kabengele. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Boy, something so good about a perfectly placed lead pass. That is nice.
Now, here's Grant. Tight defense on him. Pass to Nunn. Another three for Athens.
Well, listen, I like the bucket, but defensively, you've got to be better.
There's 31 seconds left to play here in the first. Over in the corner, Bertans. Shot clock at 6. Shot from the wing. And a little luck that time, but it drops. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Fires for 3. And it's Kabengele with the rebound. With some arc, that one doesn't go. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. They lead by... And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
We've got Davis Bertans, and it's Musa in at the 2. They set the pick. And that one is good.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Here's Nunn, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
You know, that's using speed and quickness to combat size. By the time the defense reacts, it's far too late.
Here's Musa. He's covered by Grant. Puts up a deep 3. The long distance 3 is buried. Musa's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Nunn. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Here's Musa. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far. And people, Doris, talk about the right time for a team to go all in. What goes into that decision, do you think?
Well, first and foremost, if you are having a high measure of success, it becomes about how do we sustain this roster to not miss the window to compete for championships. If you're talented and you're winning, how do you do the best you can to sustain that kind of success?
Gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Nunn. 8 points his last outing. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And it's blocked. And they get it back. There's the screen. 4 on the shot clock. Athens needs to get a shot off. And they're pushing it up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Grant the pass to Fareed. He gets it in there.
Terrific move. He sees the opening and doesn't hesitate.
Gotten 4 of the first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Kabengele
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
And a beautiful finish by Fareed. Fareed's got his third bucket of the night.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Pass to Petrushev. Inside, Cabangeli. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It goes on Kenneth Fareed. And he knocks down the first one. So he gets them both.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Now, here's Nunn. He's tightly guarded. It's blocked.
Well, Davis Bertans puts that 6'10" frame to use with that rejection.
Here's Nunn. Misses the three, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Here's Musa. He's covered by Grant. Pass to Petrushev. And now Athens on the break. And the dunk by Grant.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
41 seconds left in the second quarter. The three from Bertans. Here's Cabangeli, and he slams it one-handed.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
19 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Musa. He's covered by Grant. There's the pick. To the middle. 5 on the clock.
Boy, he's been unconscious this quarter. I love the confidence he's playing with.
Fires the three. The shot comes out. And so that's the end of the first half. Leading by 9. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Taking a look at the visitors, they're a club that nobody wants to face right now. A lot of people thought they'd be outside the playoff picture.
And now let's check out the game at hand. It was a solid first half effort for the visiting team.
Impressively throughout at 62%. They've got Grant, and it's Nunn in at the 1. That's the group starting the second half for Rick Adelman. He gets that one. 8 points for him. Athens trails by 11. The three ball connects from three-point range.
Amazing individual performance, but you'd like to see more guys start to get involved. I don't know if he can do it alone.
Here's Musa. He's covered by Grant. Cabangeli passes to Bertans. 5 to shoot. There's the 3. They get it back. And he goes in for the dunk.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooter.
They set the pick, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Driving the lane.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Here's Musa. He's covered by Grant. And the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Fareed. Here's Petrushev. Blocked again. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession. Stolen away. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Gets it to go. That one good from Nunn.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Here's Musa. He's got 7. Good. Cabangeli's got 19 points.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Grant surveying the D. Lays it up off the glass.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Musa. And Fareed sends it back. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's touched by Fareed. Here's Musa. He's covered by Grant. Here's Bertans. Nunn grabs the board. Athens trails by 3. With a tie. Grant down low. 8 points for him. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. Well, we still have about half a season left, but here's where the power rankings stand as of today. They're in a bit of a holding pattern, hoping to take that next leap.
And you know, right now for the visiting team, they've held serve halfway through the season. Not much movement this go-round. I'm sure they're just fine being in the top 5.
Going inside, and Fareed sends it back. Here's the 3. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Kenneth Fareed.
Clearly a foul.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Grant on the wing. He's got 11.
Boy, you can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic. Boy, on the perimeter, you have to stay connected to this guy. He's such a good shooter.
Down low. And he converts the layup. 5 points in the game.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Musa. He's covered by Grant. Pass to Cabangeli. Shoots. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Boy, for the most part, when they have gone through him, he has delivered.
Here's none. Oh, offensive interference. Gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And it's Osman with the rebound. And now the fast break. Grant with the ball. Pulls up. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Nunn's got 9 points here in the second half. To the inside. And Fareed sends it back. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. We've got Davis Bertans, and it's Petrushev in at power forward. Pass to Cabangeli. Here's Musa from deep. That shot is off. Some solid defense from Grant. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And with the pace of today's game, transition defense is at a premium.
I don't think anyone was catching him on that play. That is unbelievable. How about the touch on that shot? That is tougher than it looks, folks.
Driving inside. Fareed uses the glass to finish the layup. Fareed's got the lead up to 4 now for Athens.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Pass to Petrushev. And a miss there on the triple.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
None. Up again. And it's Cabangeli with the rebound. Cabangeli's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Athens.
They're looking to attack in transition every time down the floor, just wearing the defense thin at this point.
I think it's also important we have to acknowledge how many scoring opportunities they've created from their spectacular defense, getting a bunch of points off turnovers.
Now, here's Nunn. He's covered closely. Launches it. The shot misses.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Beyond the arc. Grant whips down the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And there's the dunk.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Here's Musa, defended by Nunn. Clock is at 3 to take the lead. He hits the first one, and that ties the game up. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
Well, a little shaky from the line, and instead of putting them in front, he's only able to tie it up.
That shot, no good. Gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Here's the drive. And the shot goes in.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last. He really thrives in high-pressure moments. That's a big-time play.
Here's Musa. He's covered by Grant. Good! Lays it right in there.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Neither team here in the fourth generating a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's been a close one. 5 times the lead has switched hands thus far.
Here's Petrushev. Oh, no good on the dunk. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
Here's Musa, defended by none. And he banks the layup in.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. Can't knock it down, and they really needed that one. Here's the screen. Stolen by Grant. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. We've got more. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. We've got Davis Bertans. It's Kabengele in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Here's Osman. Bertans defending. Another shot. Snatched away. Puts up the 3. Drained from outside.
Well, we've seen pure shooters get paid a ton of money. Davis Bertans, a consistent threat from 3.
Now, here's Nunn. Guarded closer. And he jams it in.
Going to the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Oh, in a close game like this, that is the kind of mental lapse you have to avoid.
Athens has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Got a hand on it. And they'll get another chance. There's a screen. Here's Petrushev. Fareed defending. Just 5 to shoot. Rips it down with 2 hands.
Oh, get out of his way.
No way the D was going to slow him down. Nunn looking around. Slam fires. And down goes the three.
Oh, he is red hot right now. Defense has got to lock in.
Here's Musa. He's covered by Grant. Oh, the shake. And the crafty layup. Good.
Yeah, when you attack in the painted area, good things tend to happen.
And here's Nunn. A three-pointer. Good. And this crowd ecstatic. They are pumped up.
And what a huge shot. You talk about an excited arena.
Oh, the dunk.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Fareed setting the pick for Nunn. Off the glass. A lot is on the line here.
Crowd is so focused.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. They set the pick. Here's Musa. He's covered by Grant. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
You know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Now, here's Nunn. He's guarded closely. And so they foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. So it gets them both, and it's a three-point game.
Well, you love to see the calmness at the line. Didn't faze him at all. Big-time spot, and he makes it easy.
What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
And with this much time, they should be able to draw up a play and get themselves a decent look from the three-point line. Still, the D is going to be waiting for it in a contested three. Never an easy shot.
So it's Athens taking the W in this one. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together.
season.
Well, every year we have a new rule or some kind of change in the officiating that affects how games are played and called. So it's something to watch for.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Got it.
Nice read. Sets his teammate up. You like how they're sharing the ball.
Pass to Petrushev. Oh, they pick off the pass. Wide open look. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
I mean, what do you expect when you give him the clear look? That's just too easy.
And it is dangerous to let him get it going this early.
Here's Musa, down low. Here's Petrushev, and he dunks it down.
He turns the offensive board into a big slam.
Wow, he was so well positioned there. Credit his anticipation. Pass to Willis. The 3 is up. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Well, a nice start for them. 3 for 3 in the early going, getting into a rhythm.
And just over a minute played here to start the game. Right wing, 5 on the clock. Here's Bertans. Unable to get that one. Gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Shakes him on the take. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
To the right side, here's Caboclo. Off target from outside. Gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Here's Stevens, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Pass to Musa. Will it go? The rebound by Willis.
Well, look, that's another missed opportunity. 1 for 5 now from the field.
Lets the 3 fly. Drops in the 3. 9 points in the game.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Musa. And the layup falls.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
And he makes the first. And Grant, many of the newer rules have helped unlock offenses. Any need to help out the defense?
You know, I think the rules are fine, B.A. It's just about allowing defenders to do their job and limiting the cheap foul calls so they can stay on the floor.
Here's Musa. Pass to Caboclo. Here's Musa. And it's good. 2 points. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. With the crossover, good. He hits the jumper.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
From deep. Goes back up. Here's Caboclo. And the shot goes in.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
No problems knocking that one down.
They can't stop him.
Gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Here's Musa. The rebound by Willis. Willis has got 4 rebounds now. Shot from the top of the key. And that one good. 18 points for him.
I love it. His love for the game couldn't be more obvious. It helps him make a positive impact out on the court, and it also keeps the bench fired up.
Here's Musa. It goes. He's made 3 shots in 6 attempts. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The three, and the three-pointer goes. 21 points in the game.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
And there's the screen. Pass to Petrushev. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Petroshev's got his second bucket on the night.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
Willis. That one's wide left. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
You really have to question the defensive effort on that possession.
Yeah, I got to agree. Their defensive commitment's got to be a lot better.
There's the triple. Knocks down the triple.
Well, what a half he's had. He has completely warped the shape of this game with his hot shooting.
Pass to Bertans. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
It's good.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Here's Musa. He's got 6. Can't get it to go. 3 for 7 shooting now. Second quarter basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
Shooting 44%, a pretty decent clip. Outside Bertans. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call. And a chance now to look at the highest scoring teams in the league from last season.
And last year, I liked watching this team operate on the offensive end. The ball movement, the patience, the confidence. You love seeing all that come together.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. From behind the arc, buries it from 3. 33 points for him.
His three-point mechanics have been flawless. Get him a clean look from deep, and he'll bury it.
The home team calls timeout. To stop the run. Cabingelli, the pass to Bertans. And he gets the bucket.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Count the basket.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
Musa, no good. Gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go in the second quarter. Here's Stevens. He's covered by Bertans. From about 19. And the shot goes down.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high percentage looks.
It's stolen. On Thursday and then on Saturday. got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter. Fires in the triple.
Well, nice execution off the inbounds. They caught the defense napping on the perimeter.
With the step back. Floats one. He got a piece of it. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. A minute 20 left to play in the first half. Here's Petrushev. Off target with the 3. Gone 6 of 6 from downtown thus far. Pass to Willis. From deep three-point range. It's hauled in by Petrushev. Gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. To the inside. 50 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Here's Musa. He's got 9. Pass to Petrushev. Fires from deep. Count it. His 3rd and 5 attempts.
Impressive offensive versatility for big. He can show you a variety of looks.
Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Give him 39.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Here's Musa to the middle. And Cabangeli gets it to go. Cabangeli's got his first bucket in this one.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Basket counts.
The scoring is coming easy for him. Got to keep the ball in his hands.
So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game. Delivering the blowout. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Yeah, their defensive effort uninspiring, like Kenny's acting career.
Oh, okay. I'm not even.
And now, and I know it.
First 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Shooting about 48% from the floor. Pretty good. They've got Davis Bertans. And it's Musa in at the shooting guard. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Yeah, when it comes to taking an offense out of its rhythm, what are some of the primary methods, Grant?
Well, BA, you have to disrupt their flow. That can come from steals, deflections, block shots, even change shots. Anything that makes them feel uncomfortable.
Well, they wouldn't be in the position they're in without his contribution. He has tormented this defense tonight.
They've got Davis Bertans. And it's Musa in at the 2. It's his first trip to the line. Both good from the line that time. Gone 6 of 8 from the three-point line in this matchup. The three-pointer off the mark. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Yep, that one goes.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. No good on the free throw. And the second free throw is good. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. They set a pick. Down low, Cabangeli lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Cabangeli's gotten his second bucket.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
A nice start to the third. 3 out of 4 and looking good doing it.
Here's Musa. And the layup is good. Musa's got 17.
That's a perfect 4 for 4 to open up the second half. Couldn't have asked for a better start after the break.
And it's Willis missing. Gone 4 of 4 in this third quarter. Perfect so far. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Clock at 6. Here's Musa. Count it. Now 8 for 13 with that basket.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
Over to the left wing. Oh, sweet move. It doesn't go for him. Gone an impressive 5 of 5 so far in the third quarter. .157 left in the third quarter. Lays it up and banks it in.
They're really working the paint now.
Gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. They set the pick, and there's the drive. Oh, another one falls.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Here's Cabangeli. Banked it in off the glass. Cabangeli's got his third basket on the night right there.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area, huh?
Nifty move. Good! That's another bucket!
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. Takes the 3. He drops it from range. He's got 5.
Defensively, gotta close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Pass to Willis. Puts the move on. And he lays it in. Willis has got 5 now.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Kicks it out to Bertans. Knocks it down from distance.
Intelligent ball movement. The offense looking one step ahead there.
Pass to Willis. Oh, got a piece of it. Here's Musa. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first three quarters. They've got Davis Bertans, and it's Kabengele in at the 5, roaming the paint. And he drives in. Gone 7 of 11 from outside the arc. Nice percentage from distance so far. From the line, the rebound by Kabengele. Kabengele's got 5 rebounds tonight. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
When you're trying to cut into a lead, you can't afford that kind of mistake.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. From the high post. Good on the bucket.
And trying to put the game away, he's been nails all evening.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
Well, it's easy to see why they continue to call his number. He's delivered, and he's the leading scorer in this game.
Here's Musa. Cashes in the 12-footer. Musa's got 14 points here in the second half.
And that's just nasty right there, guys. He has a tremendous crossover.
Driving in. Blocked! And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up. And the first one at the line is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. So it's the home team now. They trail by 18. Right wing. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Another shot. Jams it home.
Crashes the glass with authority, then puts it back strong.
Next level, man. This guy's just going out and making a play. And yes, another basket.
And he's nearing the single-game franchise scoring record.
Absolutely on fire. Already a night to remember and approaching some history. Count it. Gone 7 of 11 from outside the arc. Nice percentage from distance so far. The 17-footer. Can't get it. Gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Beyond the arc. Hits the 3-pointer.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
There's 1:40 left in the game. Here's Roden. Oh, a special move before that shot. Roden's gotten his first bucket of the night.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. Hits yet again. Wow.
Oh, what a performance. Arguably the best in franchise history.
He's tied the franchise mark for most points in a game. The next basket breaks it. Musa, no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
50 seconds left to play in the fourth.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
The first free throw is good. Hits both from the stripe. Inside. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the rim, that's what's going to happen. Leaving no room for error with the slam.
Oh, connects again.
What a game from him. 72 points.
And he's been simply sensational throughout this one.
Talk about timing. That lead pass was right on cue.
They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. To walk into enemy territory and deliver
Most important for these teams to remember right now.
That it's a long season, Kevin. And I know we say that a lot, but it's the truth. And to just remember, there's going to be plenty of ups and downs during the course of the year.
Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Davis Bertans, and it's Petrushev in at the 4 slot. Here's Musa, defended by Bryant. They set the screen. Pass to Petrushev. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Micic, the pass to Motley. Shoots the 3. Goes back up. Oturu's shot is off. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. A putback, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Well, defensively, you've got to put a body on him. That guy will ruin you on the offensive glass.
Here's Micic. Here's Oturu. That shot, no good. Pass to Musa. Here's Petrushev. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious 2-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Now here's Bryant. That 3 off the mark. Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Micic. Pass to Blakeney. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. He hits both from the stripe. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Here's Musa. Pass to Petrushev. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Blakeney. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. For 3, they get it again. Oturu, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Oturu's got his second basket of the night.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Here's Musa. Pass to Cabangeli. Now Bertans. Buries the long-range jumper.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Micic. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Micic has got 5 points so far. There's 1:17 left in the first quarter of the game. Shot from the top of the key. Musa with the bucket.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Micic, the pass to Motley. Three-pointer. And it's Cabangeli with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Count it. 10 points for him.
5 of 5 to start. I think he's in a zone.
Here's Micic. He's got 5 in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest. Micic has gone 3 for 4 here from the field. Here's Musa, defended by Bryant. Into the lane. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
You know, he's smaller for the center position by NBA standards, but his leaping ability more than makes up for his lack of height.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Musa. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Here's Micic. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
We've all fallen in love with the three-point shot, but that is how the game was designed to be played. Down low, get close, open looks.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Up by 9. And the second. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Everybody in this league wants to run, but not everybody has the personnel to do it. This is a great start.
We've got Davis Bertans. It's Kevin Gelly in at the 5 spot. Here he goes, and it's in there.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
Being at a decent 44% clip here. Takes a 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Micic has got 12.
Well, the defense needs to be better there. They gave way too much space.
At the tip. Oturu with the rebound. Gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. There's the pick. Here's Micic. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Here's Petrushev. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Every so often, Tim, you heard the term defensive anchor. What defines one in the way you look at the game?
Well, I think it's that player that's on the back line, protecting the rim, but also able to see the entire floor. That is where your best communicator often resides.
How did you grade your defensive abilities when you played?
I battled, Kevin. You're going to have to kill me to stop. That's the way I looked at it.
Bryant with the rebound. Gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. A three-pointer is right on target. Bryant's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. To the right side. The 3 from Bertans. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Pass to Blakeney. They set the pick. 6 on the shot clock. No good on the 3. Gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Musa, defended by Bryant. Great open look there. Musa's got 9. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Micic. And it's Kabengele with the rebound. Kabengele's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Musa with the bucket.
It's certainly been a good night for him, and it is showing on the scoreboard.
Gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Here's Micic. And he lays it straight in. He's got 16.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Musa. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, that's 1 in the first, and now here's his 2nd in this quarter. The defense might want to run him off that line.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Here's Motley. Bertans defending. Micic, the pass to Motley. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Okuru, and that one is stuffed right through.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Here's Micic. The teardrop falls in. Micic has got 9 points now in the quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Musa. Another shot. Kabengele passes to Musa. From past the arc. And it's Bryant with the rebound. Gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter. Up over 50%.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficient.
Here's Micic. Off target from three-point range. Fires the three. Nailed from three-point land. He's got 7. And the home team has possession. 15-point game. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the football.
GA, strong work all around. And the rebound and the stuff both. Wow. And so that brings the first half to a close. They lead by 13. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
I have some research here that might explain everything. Apparently 3 is more than 2. They keep making threes.
Taking a peek now.
Well, 50% from the floor. They've got Bryant, and it's Motley in at the 4 spot. Outside, Bryant. Fires top of the key. And it's Kabengele with the rebound. Kabengele's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. We've got Davis Bertans. And it's Musa in at the 2.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
So, Greg, you played in the league over a decade. What's the toughest thing about being a pro basketball player?
Lots of things. To me, it's just keeping your spot. Every year, there's just so much talent coming in. So holding on to a place on the roster, then that can be as difficult as anything.
They set the pick. With the drive, Petrushev gets the bucket. Petrushev's got 16.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
And he makes the first. And he makes both free throws.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
The steal. Fast break. Here we go. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. That one drops for him.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Well, he saw the opportunity and he went for it. I love his competitiveness.
Right wing. Blakeney kicks to Bryant. Here's Micic. 22 points for him. Just 4 to shoot. Unloads. The shot by Bryant, no good. Gone 7 of 10 shooting from three-point land tonight. Excellent numbers from outside. It's good.
Excellent play. Just adding fuel to the fire and really trying to put this one out of reach.
Well, with the pace of this game, you don't want to leave anything to chance.
Here's Okuru, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. To the middle. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws.
Oh, stops the dunk there. The best outcome in a bad situation.
Good on both. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. And while we can, here's a look at the teams that had the fastest hands in the league last season.
Both really good defensively last season, and that showed up in those steals numbers.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Here's Musa. Bryant defending. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Pass to Micic. Here's Motley. Bertans defending. Shot clock at 5. Here's Micic. Makes it off the glass. Micic has got 26.
Well, I'm telling you, he is doing absolutely everything he can out there. He's just not getting enough help.
Pass to Musa. And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
Here's Micic. Offline with his 3. Gotten 4 of the first 5 second half shots to fall. 80% since the break. That one goes. Count it. He's got 11.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
Pass to Bryant. Here's Blakeney. Pulls up on the wing. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And look at it. A significant portion of their offense coming on those second chance opportunities.
Here's Musa. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent. Well, the defense did just enough to force that miss because he is a good finisher.
There's a screen. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistling. And here we go. Coach's challenge.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Launches a three. It's good, and that takes him to 77% shooting this game, 10 for 13.
He must have visualized this one because everything is falling.
Here's Micic, and the layup's good off the glass. Micic has got 28.
A point-blank range. That is too easy.
Here's Musa. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. We've got Mott, and it's Micic in at the point guard position. And the shot goes down.
Watching the trajectory on a floater never gets old. One of the most fun ways to score that this league has.
Here's Motley. On the three off target.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
And it's good, 2 points.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, with each bucket, he denies any thought of a comeback. After making 2 threes in the first half, the defense has really tightened up on him here, and he's yet to hit one in the second.
It's good.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's just good coaching. They have made the better adjustments.
And here we go. And he banks in the layup. He's got 19.
Yeah, boy, has he dialed in. Perfect from the field this period.
Here's Micic. Kept alive. First free throw is good. Both good from the line that time. Tim, at one point, your dream was to play professional baseball. Why did you switch?
Kevin, it really came down to this. Hit a growth spurt when I was 14 years old, and I decided to go try this basketball thing that first year in high school. As it turns out, what I fell in love with, I didn't need anybody else to get better. I had an insatiable work ethic. It lent itself to hours and hours on the basketball court by myself.
That is such an interesting perspective. Berton's shot is good.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. Pass to Blakeney. Tim, the NBA is always changing, but any predictions for the league that you kind of feel we're going to see around the corner?
Yeah, Kevin, I just think the influx and the impact of international players is going to be even stronger going forward. I think a lot of guys have seen the success that those players have had in the NBA, and hopefully it inspires even more great players internationally to want to play this great game.
And for a short time, you played overseas. You saw a lot of them firsthand.
I sure did, and I was in France well before the French influx really hit this league, but I knew then that was the goal. And that is killer instinct, just continuing to pile it on. He's been way off the mark in this second half, just unable to get any kind of rhythm going.
Pass to Cabangeli, and he drives in.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. Good, nice play there from Micic. Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Here's Musa. He drains the quick shot. Musa's got 14 points now in the second half.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
They get the rebound. The shot, no good. Gone 2 of 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Drills it from outside. Musa's got 8 here in the quarter.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth, it is really competitive out there.
What a difference in this crowd right now.
That's how you silence a building.
Good, nice play there from Micic. Micic has got 32 points in the game. Puts up a deep three from beyond the arc and then some. 1:10 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Oturu. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Yeah, he's been reliable tonight, but that's certainly not the case for his team in general.
Here's Musa. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Blakeney. Gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. There's 39 seconds. Good! Another from 3.
He's got this defense scrambling, and even when they've got 2 guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for three-pointers in a single game. Here's Micic. Over to the left wing. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Blakeney. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Here's Musa, defended by Bryant. Pass to Musa, jacks up a 3. Nice D from Bryant. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory.